Hey guys, Sacred Reich Byzantine show tonight. I just parked the car. I'm gonna be heading to the show right now. Gates open in 30 minutes, and I believe there's gonna be a VIP session with Sacred Reich signing some autographs and stuff like that. So I really want to check it out. I want to check out the merch. I got my Ignorance CD with me. Hopefully I'll get this bad boy autographed. They're celebrating 30 years of the release of this album, and I'm really looking forward to this show tonight, so it should be good. I'm flying solo. Antonio is now with me. This show is 19 plus, so he couldn't come. So tonight, for the first time in a very, very, very long time, I'm going to be going to a metal show on my own without my boy. So I really miss him because I've gotten used to going to metal shows with him. So tonight is just me. I'll be doing some videos from the show, putting it all together, and you guys will be able to see it after this, what happens tonight at Sacred Reich Byzantine. See you guys later. Take care. So this is the venue where the show is happening tonight, the Opera House in Toronto. See you guys inside. The show is over. Review to be followed. Right now I'm just wrapping up here at the Opera House. I'll be heading to my car soon, and I'll give you guys a rundown of today's show with Sacred Reich Byzantine and a local band called Cell Phone. So I'll let you guys know how the show went, all the details, all the merch. And for now, out of here. Hey guys, I'm in the car getting ready to go home. The Sacred Reich Byzantine concert just finished, so I just want to give you guys a review of the show and show you a little bit of the merch that I got. Let's start with the merch before we get into the actual concert review. So I got this badass Byzantine hat. That's badass. I got this Byzantine t-shirt. It's really cool. Then the boys were really cool. And they got me this autographed t-shirt. So it's signed by the band. Super cool autographed t-shirt. The boys, top notch, I must say. Also, after their set, hook me up with something. If I could only find it. Yeah, I found it. It's in my pocket. The guitar player hooked me up with his pick right after the show, which is super cool. So I got that. Then from Sacred Reich, I picked up their tour shirt, 30 Years of Ignorance. That's the shirt. You know, it has the tour dates on the back. And I got my Ignorance CD signed by the band. All right, so giving you guys a little bit of an idea, there were 3 bands involved. A local band called Cell Phone, Byzantine, and then Sacred Reich. I'll start with something that I think it's really important for you guys to know. Sacred Reich was doing everybody's a VIP. You know, a lot of bands now charge extra money for VIP, which comes with a meet and greet, and they sign stuff for you guys. So Sacred Reich believes that everybody's a VIP. So anybody who attended the show, at the beginning of the show, before the show even started, they were sitting at the merch stand, and you could go up there and get one item per person signed and take pictures with the band. So I got a picture with the band. So if you guys check out our Instagram page, you'll be able to see a lot of pictures and videos from the show, including the picture of me with the Sacred Reich guys and me with the Byzantine boys. And this is how I got the CD signed. Was before the show, I took the CD there, I bought the t-shirt, and they signed the CD. The band signed the CD, and I got to take a picture with them, which I think it's super cool that a band is doing this and not just charging people money and 150 to 100, whatever the money is, for VIP packages. So I really think it's cool that Sacred Reich is doing this. So then the show starts. Cell Phone is a local band, and I didn't really dig them. I mean, the bass player was the singer. Him and the guitar player, was three guys: the drummer, guitar player, bassist, singer. So the bassist slash singer and the guitar player, they look like two 80s porn stars with porn stashes, and I just didn't dig their music, man. They look like hippies. Not that there's anything wrong with looking like hippies, but they look like hippies, and their music, I mean, it's a local band. I like to support local bands, but I didn't really dig their sound. I didn't dig their look. Like I said, they looked like two 80s porn stars, like unemployed porn stars, because I don't think anybody would give these guys a job as a porn star. So that was the opening band. Had a very short set. Then came Byzantine. Now, Byzantine was a little bit late to the show because they had some car problems. Their transmission blew on their van on the way to the show. So they were really late coming in, and they had to set up their stuff. So that kind of delayed even having their merch available until halfway through the show. So they had a lot of issues today. I'm even shocked that they were able to play the show. I thought they were not going to be able to play the show. So they came in late because of their car problems, transmission problems. Now we don't know if they're going to continue on the tour or not, because obviously they won't have transportation if the car doesn't get fixed, the van doesn't get fixed. But that's a different story altogether. But in true metal fashion, the car breaks down about maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from the venue. Somehow they drag the shit out of the van, bring it to the venue, set it all up last minute kind of thing. And then they go and they do their sound check and they test their stuff, and they go on stage and they put on a killer show. Okay, it's not just because I see the Byzantine guys as family, because those guys are absolutely amazing, everybody. I got to meet the guys, and they're all a bunch of great guys. But their live show, I mean, regardless of how I personally feel about the guys, about OJ and the rest of the guys, they're great guys. But taking that off of the equation, they put on an amazing show. On Facebook, I have posted the video of their first song, New Ways to Bear Witness, that I filmed at the show. I posted on Facebook. And you guys can see it for yourselves. They put on an amazing live show. They started with New Ways to Bear Witness, their set. They finished with Val Maximum, which is a video that we did a reaction for this week. We did a reaction for that video on Wednesday, so you guys can check that out. You know, up here, Val Maximum will pop up, and you guys can check out our reaction video. They put on an amazing show. To give you guys an idea, when their set started, there were maybe like 20 people in the pit. By the end of the show, the place was packed. Everybody started moving from the back to the front. Everybody was like, who's this band? They're really good. Like, you know, a lot of people went to their merch, bought their vinyl, bought their CDs, bought their t-shirts. I mean, like, I'm really happy that people went out and supported them financially. Because at the end of the day, bands like Byzantine, smaller bands that don't have the same exposure of big bands, need our support. They need our fan support. Not only buying tickets for the show, but also purchasing their merchandise. Let's face it, that's one of their better ways of obtaining revenue, is through merchandise. So I did my part. I bought some merchandise, as you guys can see. The guys were super cool by signing the shirt for my son, so that's gonna go in his room, and giving me the pics, so that was super cool from them. And got to meet them and take pictures. You can also see those pictures on Facebook and Instagram. I've posted everything there. But their set was you know, not super long, obviously, because they're the opening band, but it was a nice size set. It gave us kind of a feel. They played everything. They played from their new album, from their first album. They went through a gamma of songs, so they played a little bit of everything. And like I said, they started with New Ways to Bear Witness. They finished with Val Maxim. It was an amazing show. They really had the crowd on their side, and by the end of the show, they had a huge amount of fan support. And I think they left this Toronto show with a bunch of new fans. People really digging their music. Their music is really good. Then their set is over, and on comes Sacred Reich. Sacred Reich started with Ignorance. Obviously, this is the 30 years of Ignorance. They haven't put out an album in 20-something years. Their last album was Independent, I believe. And the crowd was, you know, really into it. It's amazing that a band that hasn't put out any new records for such a long time still has this huge following. So the crowd was alive and well. There was a lot of old timers. I got called by someone an old timer, so I guess I am an old timer. I guess wearing my Anthrax Fistful of Metal t-shirt makes me an old timer. So it was nice to see the crowd come out and support Sacred Reich. I really wanted to see these guys. I grew up listening to Sacred Reich. They were one of my favorite thrash metal bands from the late 80s, early 90s. And I really wanted to see them. So I was really happy to see this show. Like I said, they started with Ignorance. Their encore was Death Squad and Surf Nicaragua. So it could not have started with a better song and ended with those two songs. Those are probably, I mean, they sprinkle it in a few songs from Independent. They did Independence. So I mean, I really dig that they played, you know, obviously a little bit from all of their albums, but they play the classics. And I think this is something that to me means a lot. When I go to see a band like Sacred Reich, or when I go see, you know, any band, Megadeth, Scorpions, whoever, you know, I understand that you're going to play some of your new stuff. But let's face it, most of the fans are going there to see your old stuff, what made you famous. So that's what the fans want. So sprinkle in one or two new songs like Byzantine did. They did one or two of the new songs from the new album, like 3 songs from the new album. The rest is all their old stuff. Because that's what people want to see. People want to see your old hits. That's what drove people to come to the concert. So obviously with Sacred Reich, they don't have a new album, so they don't have anything new to play, so they have no choice but to play their hits. But let's face it, that's what all of us came to the show to see, was their hits, and we got those hits. By the way, when I met the band, when I met Sacred Reich before the show and I got my CD signed, Phil is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Thanked me for coming to the show, thanked me for the support, for buying the merch, shook my hand, took the picture with the band. Super, super nice guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Really amazing. Phil from Sacred Reich, amazing. Such a nice guy. Their show was amazing too. Flawless, nothing to point out. Phil's voice sounds as good now as it did when I heard them on CD in 1991. I mean, you know, his voice is still amazing. Like, it was like I was listening to a CD. It was that good. I really liked the concert. I had a great time, great venue. It wasn't packed. You guys saw the videos of the venue. It's a small venue, but it wasn't even packed. So I'm thinking maybe 1,000 people at I don't think not even I'm thinking I'm really pushing it with 1,000. Maybe a couple of hundred, maybe 200, 300. I think 1,000 I'm being like really generous. So it wasn't a packed venue. There was not a lot of people there. You really had a good chance to come to the front and be close to the band and have their sweat fall on you. It was great concert overall. Absolutely love it. It's probably the 4th concert I've seen in this venue. I saw Annihilator here, I saw Creator, and I saw Exodus. So I've seen a couple of bands play in this venue. I really like this venue because it really gives you a chance to get up and close with the band. And today's show was mint. I mean, Byzantine, flawless, and Sacred Reich. I'm so happy that I can say that I've seen Sacred Reich live. Anyways, guys, I don't want to prolong this review anymore. The show was amazing. I had a blast. You guys saw the merch. You're hearing from me about the concert. Like I said, if you guys want to check pictures or videos from the show, check our social media. Everything is there. All right. Don't forget to check our new video tomorrow. We're gonna have a reaction video tomorrow, plus the review of the Megadeth Scorpions concert. those two things coming tomorrow. All right, guys, take care. See ya.